I've taken hundreds of flights, and in today's video, I'll be breaking down exactly what not to wear through the TSA airport security checkpoint. You'll discover which clothing items trigger alarms, how to avoid pat-downs, and the exact outfit formula that is going to get you through security smoothly every time. Let's break down exactly what shoes to avoid and what to consider wearing instead. You will want to avoid complicated lace-up boots that take forever to untie and relace. Even with the new automated screening lanes giving you your own station to unload, you do not want to be bent over, struggling with laces while your belongings sit exposed. Not good. It's also a good idea to skip the pull-on or winter boots that will require balancing on one foot to remove. With limited and often no seating at airport security checkpoints, there is a fall risk if you're trying to pull off these boots. While many airports now have a redress area with seating and tables after the checkpoint, you do still need to safely get through the airport security screening process first. High heels put you at similar stability risks. I once saw a woman trying to take off her high-heeled shoes while balancing on one foot, and then she ended up stumbling backwards and stepping on her husband's bare foot with her heel before falling to the ground. She ended up being completely fine and actually got up quite quickly, probably because she was embarrassed, but that is not how you want to start off your vacation. Open-toed shoes or sandals without socks are also a bad idea. Even with TSA PreCheck, you may still need to remove your shoes at some security checkpoints. Trust me when I say you do not want to be walking barefoot on those airport floors. Steel-toed boots or shoes with metal components may also trigger alarms once they go through the luggage scanner, which will require some additional screening of your belongings. So wearing them is an unnecessary risk, even with the more advanced CT scanners. Your best option is to wear a pair of comfortable, non-slip running or walking shoes. Remember to always wear socks and consider loosening the laces before the security checkpoint so you can easily slip them off and then back on. Let us know down in the comments where you will be flying next. I'll personally be taking a trip to New York City, and I will be keeping the following footwear tips in mind. Consider bringing disposable shoe covers to protect your socks from wet and dirty floors, especially during winter months. Consider wearing compression socks to help improve blood circulation on long flights. Look for designated redressing areas after the security checkpoint where you can comfortably sit down and put your shoes back on. And remember that while TSA PreCheck members and seniors that are 75 years or older can often keep their shoes on, security rules are going to vary by airport and the specific time that you happen to be going through the checkpoint. So it's a good idea to always dress with the assumption that your shoes are going to need to come off. The second thing to avoid wearing through airport security would be problematic pants that can trigger alarms, cause embarrassment, or create unnecessary hassles during the screening. Let's look at some common pant choices to avoid and why. Pants requiring a belt are a big no, since you'll likely need to remove the belt at security. This means one more item to manage, plus you don't want to be holding up your pants while raising your arms in the air as you go through the body scanner. Cargo pants or pants with multiple pockets are also risky. Forgetting even small items like coins or keys in these pockets can trigger alarms, requiring additional screening or pat-downs after going through the body scanner. Pants with metallic decorations, logos, or studs could also trigger alarms. Wide leg pants, bell bottoms, or flowing skirts can lead to dangerous situations as well. They can easily snag on the security conveyor belts, potentially catching you off guard or even ripping. And beyond the security checkpoint, they are also hazardous on airport escalators. And while jumpsuits and rompers won't necessarily cause security issues, they are impractical for airports and airplanes in general, especially when it comes to using the bathrooms. No one wants to be sitting half naked in a bathroom stall because they decided to wear a romper to the airport. Ladies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And men, well, don't worry about it. Moving on. Here are some good clothing options to consider instead. Stretchy, comfortable materials that move with you, and preferably with an elastic waistband so they can stay up on their own. Straight leg or fitted ankles to avoid safety hazards. Minimal pockets to reduce forgotten items before you walk through the body scanner. Sweatpants or track pants with a cuffed base. Stretchy dress pants, or casual men's relaxed fit work pants. Leggings or athleisure pants are also great options. Some bonus tips for the pants department. If you must bring a belt, Pack it with you in your carry-on until after security. Opt for dark colors to mask the inevitable spills and stains that come with long travel days. Before you leave home, test doing things like raising your arms up in the air, just like you will be doing in the scanner, and then do other light physical activities like bending over to make sure that you're comfortable while moving freely. At the airport, be sure to empty your pockets before the checkpoint and choose pants that will be comfortable on the plane, even after a big airport meal or indulging in one of those sodium-loaded plane meals. If a plane meal is included on your flight, which is less and less often the case, do you eat it? I do. Every time. It's like I can't help it. Here's what you need to know about choosing the right top for airport security, starting with what not to wear. The third thing to avoid wearing through airport security is problematic tops that can either trigger alarms, leave you feeling exposed, or raise red flags for security officers. Tops with metallic threads or sequins are a common mistake. Even subtle shimmer with tiny metal details can trigger security alarms. This includes tops with large metal buttons, zippers, or decorative elements. Underwire bras or tops with built-in underwire support may also trigger the alarm, though this varies by airport and scanner type. The new, more advanced body scanners rolling out at airports across the US will likely not give you any trouble if you do happen to be wearing underwire. Any jackets, coats, outerwear, sweaters, or hoodies will usually need to be removed before you go through the scanning equipment. This leads directly into our most important point. What you wear underneath that jacket, hoodie, sweater matters. Avoid wearing any revealing or inappropriate base layers. You will need to remove this outer layer at security, so whatever you are wearing underneath needs to be airport appropriate. Consider that you'll be in a crowded security checkpoint, lifting your arms above your head in the body scanner, and doing things like bending over to load items into screening bins. You do not want to wind up in a thin camisole or a revealing tank top that you are not comfortable in once you are asked to remove your outer layer. Or worse, having skipped wearing a base layer altogether. Been there, done that, in India of all places. Not good. Also avoid anything that could be considered controversial. Swear words, gruesome or violent scenes, or threatening images should not be on any of your shirt choices, as they could lead to additional screening, but more importantly, they may make other travelers, TSA agents, and airport staff uncomfortable. I'd recommend avoiding anything political. Instead, you can opt for a plain, modest t-shirt or long-sleeve shirt with a base layer underneath that you would be comfortable in if it was your only layer. I also like to have a zip-up jacket on top as opposed to a hoodie, since it's easier to remove. The key is to keep things simple and comfortable. You want to be able to easily remove the outer layer without feeling exposed or uncomfortable, while ensuring that nothing on your clothing is going to trigger any additional screening. The bonus tip here is one of my all-time favorite airport security hacks, and honestly one of my favorite travel hacks in general, which is to use your jacket pockets strategically. While we want to avoid pants with lots of pockets, since pants stay on your body as you go through the body scanner and things in your pockets could trigger the alarm, your jacket, on the other hand, is being taken off and put in a screening bin, and the pockets of your jacket can become a valuable security tool. Here's the hack. Keep all your small valuables, like your phone, money, ID, keys, and even your headphones, in your jacket pockets. When you reach the security checkpoint, simply remove the entire jacket and put it into a bin. You can then walk through the body scanner without it and then collect it and put it back on after the screening. All of your valuables will have stayed hidden and tucked away, which not only protects your privacy, but also reduces the risk of theft or the risk of leaving anything behind in one of the bins. The jacket I have here is the Chloe Glow jacket by Scotty Vest, who are the OGs in travel-friendly clothing with their innovative pocket science technology. I love using Scotty Vest clothing for the airport security jacket hack, since their clothes are specifically designed with all of these strategic pockets that have a place for everything. They have travel jackets and vests for both men and women, which feature up to 40 specialized pockets, each thoughtfully designed for specific items, from dedicated phone pockets to RFID blocking pockets for passports and credit cards. Scotty Vest did partner with me on this video, and I'll leave a link down in the description for you to check out their clothing for yourself. Next, let's talk about special considerations, which include accessories, religious or cultural items, as well as medical and mobility assistance devices. While modern scanners are more sophisticated than older metal detectors, certain jewelry can still trigger alarms. Large metal pieces like chunky necklaces, heavy chains, or big belt buckles are best packed away as opposed to being worn. Multiple body piercings clustered in one area can also set off the body scanner alarm and trigger an additional screening, while a single piercing is usually going to be fine. The good news is that you can typically keep on simple pieces like wedding rings, basic earrings, prescription glasses, and medical alert bracelets. I've gone through the airport security checkpoint hundreds of times over the last decade, and I have never been asked to remove my simple necklace or my earrings or the ring that has been on my hand for 10 years, but I left it at the gym the other day and ugh. The point being that if you do have a ring or a wedding band or any other small pieces of jewelry, you probably will not need to take them off, and they probably will not be setting off any alarms. Hair accessories can be tricky. Metal clips, large bobby pins, or decorative metal headbands might trigger the alarm. Opt for plastic alternatives when possible. Hats and sunglasses also typically need to be taken off and placed in a screening bin before you walk through the body scanner. Religious and cultural items do get special considerations and are often exempt from these rules. Religious head coverings can remain on during the screening, and you can request alternative screening methods or same-gender screening if needed. Private screening rooms are also available. Just remember that it may take a little bit of extra time to accommodate your request for things like a same-gender screening or a private room screening, just based on who is available and how many other travelers have a similar request. Let's talk about medical devices and equipment, since I know many of you have asked about going through TSA with everything from hearing aids to insulin pumps. The good news is that TSA officers are well trained in screening passengers with medical needs, and there are rights in place to ensure your dignity and your safety. Common medical devices you can keep on when going through the airport security experience include hearing aids and cochlear implants, insulin pumps and continuous glucose monitors, pacemakers and defibrillators, CPAP machines, portable oxygen concentrators, medical ports and ostomy bags, joint replacements and surgical implants, as well as medical alert jewelry. You should never be asked to remove an essential medical device from your body, and you can request a private screening as needed. For travelers using mobility aids, it's good to know that canes and walkers can usually go through the body scanner, and prosthetics can usually remain in place, while wheelchairs typically get a separate screening. And while all of these medical devices and mobility aids are allowed through TSA airport security, don't be caught off guard if they do need some additional screening. The TSA's main job is to keep us safe, and believe it or not, they recently caught someone going through the checkpoint with not one, not two, but 3 knives hidden in their cane. If you are at all concerned about going through the TSA checkpoint, consider reaching out to TSA Cares by phone or email at least 72 hours before your travel day. TSA Cares is a fantastic resource to answer your questions about specific medical conditions or devices, and they can even arrange for a passenger support specialist to help you through the security screening checkpoint. I'll also put a video on the screen now, as well as link it for you down in the video description, that is going to walk you through exactly what to expect at the TSA airport security checkpoint. There are a lot of changes rolling out this year, and you will want to be prepared. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us back here for more travel tips and hacks each week, and I will see you in that next video soon. Bye.